here's a little encaustic piece that I was talking about doing yesterday. So it's like 5.5 inches square. The print was printed on tissue. The tissue was surprisingly thick in a strange kind of way. I could see like bubbles underneath it, and I don't know, I put layers and layers and layers on here, and it really wasn't quite, I'm not thrilled with it. I guess that if you're using like different prints on tissue where there's like a lot more wax and you're just kind of doing it in a collage style, that might work better. But you know, you can see I tore it off along the edges, and I'm still having a real hard time doing these photo encaustics on board. Well, I shouldn't say that. I have a lot that are still okay, but and I need to go back to using the positionable mounting adhesive, but I don't know. I'm having all kinds of issues with process here. It's like the ideas are fine, but I'm just struggling. And then I wanted to see, so I ordered some different copper. Oh, oops, it's on the back of there. Copper and gold. Well, it's not real gold leaf. It is actual copper leaf, which can be a problem because it will oxidize. So I had ordered these off of Amazon. They weren't specifically for encaustic, but I thought I could use them, and they're okay. They're like the same flakes that I've used before. And this, I'm just using this piece as my experimenting piece. And obviously I experimented on there. My impression, well, okay, let me backtrack. So when I was doing searches today for different things, I was searching for this one little wheel tool that I knew was a pottery tool, and I couldn't find it anywhere when I was searching like yesterday, and it finally came up today when I was just throwing all kinds of search criteria in. And so it's a wooden handle, and it has a little wheeled end that has a design on it. And I got it, it's got like, I think 5 or 6 different designs, and it's about 1/2 inch. So that's really a little bit bigger than I want. But I'm thinking when I use it with the foil, which I'll get back to, not this foil, a different foil, I'll be able to press it into the wax and have my designs the way I want them to be. So when I was looking for how to use copper foil on encaustic, I really wasn't getting that much in the way of results. It was very frustrating. But finally, what came up was the waxworkswest.com has a lot of encaustic tools and materials, and they have copper that's on a backing, which is what I used in class, and then they had a set of 3 copper, silver, and gold foils that are also on a backing, and this is the way we use them in the class. They're on this backing, and you turn it upside down, and then you can just imprint however you want to do it, and then peel it back, and it stays on the board, and you don't, and it's like a top layer. You don't put any encaustic over this. This one I don't know. This one I have actually embedded it in the wax in other pieces. I think it's probably more applicable to other uses than encaustic. So now that I've got the other one coming, I'm still waiting on doing that board, because that's a big board and that's a lot of pigment and a lot of wax on there. And I want to experiment before I go using it on something that I don't want messed up. Oh my God, let me tell you. The tissue, you know, I until I go back and start using the positionable mounting adhesive, I'm not going to bother with trying to put photo prints on boards. I will stick to this method where I do it on the textured Goyu paper and dip it and then do what I want with it. That is working well. I'm liking the way the prints are looking, and it's giving me satisfying results. This other one I am just really struggling with, and I was depressed as all get out this morning, and I have been lately. I mean, it's a beautiful day today. It was pretty dreary yesterday, and it was, oh my God, I should not try new things when I'm depressed. But anyway, so it's okay. I will, that'll be for me. That'll be a little Avery picture for me in the snow. I don't know where I'll put it, someplace. I will continue to use this piece for my experimentation. So that's it. Those are my trials and errors with using foil on Encaustic and also using tissue to embed in wax. I mean, like I say, I think it'll work with certain applications for that when it's more of a collage sort of situation where you're just using, you know, pieces of prints. But to use a whole print and have that be the focal point, I think it's really tricky. It's just really, really tricky. So anyway, there we go. There's Avery in the snow.